welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So let me get some stuff on the screen. If you'd like to learn how I work energy, how to get healthier based on your frequency, how to defend your space, how to undo black magic effects on your life, go check out the workshops I have available on k33academy.com/store. So here we go. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is feeling so stuck. You guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I was busy having a midlife crisis. Let me just drink my sorrow away. Let me detox my sorrows. This is going to sound so silly, but it's like important to talk about. So the other day, I'm going to cry. Shit. I'm ready to cry. All right. So the other day, I made the huge mistake. I don't use filters on myself, right? I don't use filters. And the other day I decided to try one out. Woo! I decided to try one out just because I wasn't intending to record anything. I just wanted to see what it looked like on my face because this girl had the filter on and she was, talking about her eyebrows. And I'm a total eyebrow hoe. I'm not even joking. I'm a total eyebrow. I'm obsessed with eyebrows. You can't tell by my brows right now. Don't agree with me. I'm having a very like midlife crisis type of day today. And so here's the video, okay? Now people have been on TikTok have been just absolutely having, people on TikTok have been having these meltdowns with the teenage filter. They're like, I should have took care of myself. And I did that filter at first, and I was like, that don't look like me. Whose kid is that? Because I for sure didn't look like that when I was a teen. I look like this as a teen. I'm gonna cry. Y'all, I must be close to having my period because this is really not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's not. It's not. So it's this thing of like, where is this emotion coming from? Because there's a lot of torn feelings, I guess you could say. I'm kind of torn because it's this thing of like, Yes, I used to look like that, which I still kind of look like that. But at the same time, it's like I'm realizing I don't put enough time and effort into my self-care as much as I should. But then at the same time, I look back at who I was when I was this girl, and I was so insecure with myself, and that's why it took so much time to do my hair and my makeup, and it's like, mm, this realization of I don't know where I'm at in my journey. It's causing a midlife crisis sensation. So, I'll play this.
Just a friendly reminder. Dark eyes are also beautiful. Just as beautiful as all the other colors. There's something so romantic about the darkness, about the depth. Don't discount your beauty.
Mm. And it's like this thing of, where am I today in that self-love journey, right? I mean, where are you today in that self-love journey? I'd say that it takes a lot of healing. A lot of healing has to have occurred for you to be able to look at yourself then and realize you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Kitty claw, that. First, I love you. She says, when you have your full makeup on, you look no different from the filter. I think it has more to do because, yeah, no, I do know how to do my makeup to look just like that filter. Um, I think it has more to do with, do I need to, right? Do I need to? Do I need to go through this space of feeling as though I'm not enough in this moment, regardless of how I look, regardless of how much I have done to shift my perception of where I currently am? Y'all, and I didn't feel like this until I sat down in this seat to live stream because I tell you, I was at the gym today feeling like a little beefcake, and I was lifting a lot lighter than what I could. I wasn't maxing myself out. The focus was on rehabbing a specific part of my back that atrophied because I was injured for quite some time. And I distinctly remember being in the gym and noticing, like, I don't care if men look at me. It's kind of just like, well, they look at anything. I'm serious. They look at anything, whatever. That's like whatever, typical guy stuff, right? I don't feel um extra attractive getting a man's attention. Like that's no big deal to me, whatever. Um I get a lot of attention from my husband, so I'm not starved for attention. I'm not starved for attention. This man is obsessed with me. I love it. But what I noticed at the gym today was that all the women were looking at me. And I had to like quiet down my headphones a little bit and be like, am I making weird ass sounds? Is that what it is? Am I like being the weird one in the gym? And I wasn't. And it was this thing of, girl, do you not realize how much work you've put into regaining your health, regaining your strength? And I was feeling very good about that. You know, it wasn't that I was making other women jealous. It's that I recognized the women who were serious about their workout were looking at me workout And it's this just thing of like, I look at other women when they work out and I'm like, get it, girl. Like, look at your progress. That's right. Squeeze, squeeze. You know, I celebrate other women, and that's what I felt like this morning. That's what I felt. Um, so I don't really know what this is coming from. I think it's this place of until you recognize where you are, you can't quite acknowledge how stuck you feel, right? I think for many of us, we go through these processes where we don't realize the type of progress we've made, how much work we've put into stuff. Today, I resigned myself to the potential reality that I'm not going to lift anywhere near what I could lift because I was doing everything a lot lighter. I was making sure that my workout was more focused on mind muscle connection and just really trying to be as strong and as healthy as I possibly can be, right? Not being driven by numbers, by external validation. And I finished my workout. I cut out a few of the exercises that I was going to do just because I was like, you know what? Don't push it too much. This is about rehabbing that muscle. That's what we're focused on. And when I finished, I saw that I lifted over 90,000 pounds in one workout. And I was like, oh, bitch, what? So that's the thing. It's like, and it's not just women, men go through this as well, where it's this thing of feeling stuck, but not even realizing that feeling you're feeling is you feeling stuck. You feel frustrated. You feel like you're not progressing. You're hard on yourself. You're hypercritical of the ways in which, oh, so and so has progressed. And, you know, but really, are you so and so? Is this a competition or is this about your self-love journey? Is this about your life? Right? What is it really about? What are you not recognizing about yourself that's causing you to feel so stuck without realizing how stuck you actually are within your perception, within your emotions, within all of that? What is it? And y'all, let me remind you, I did this with my wrist still messed up. It's like partially dislocated. I'm fucking over it. I'm like, bitch, bitch, I'll tell you, you're not stopping me. I had that conversation in the car. I called my wrist a bitch. Bitch, get your ass back in place because you're not stopping us today. Uh-huh. I did. I did. And it was this thing of I didn't want to push myself. That's why I did such lighter weights. I didn't want to push myself. I didn't want to further injure myself by ignoring the limitations I currently exist at. That's why I did such light weights for me. I'm used to doing much heavier than that. Much heavier. I don't know how the hell I lifted so much. I do know. I do know. Because I was lifting so light, I was doing way more reps than I usually do. Not reps, sets. I was doing way more sets than I usually do. So instead of 3 sets, I was doing 6, 8 sets of a much lighter weight. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe what we need to work on is not the amount you can lift on your shoulders. Maybe what we need to work on is not lifting so much, but seeing how far you can go with that, carrying that, whatever that is, that emotion, that perception, that struggle. Because so many of us carry so much on our shoulders. And it's like, you got to train different for different goals. You got to train very, very different for different goals. If your goal is to develop stamina, you're not going to be heavy lifting. If your goal is to develop strength versus hypertrophy, those are 2 different types of workouts. There are different types of movements, different types of exercises. And I think for many of us, we lose track of what it is we're actually intending to do with ourselves, for ourselves, with ourselves. What are you intending to do? Are you intending to heal or are you intending to gain strength? Because in the process of healing, you're probably going to have to, recognize that that strength is not the goal. Rehabilitating the parts of you that have become so misaligned that it's atrophied. That's the goal, right? You can't do powerlifting of your emotions and your spiritual process until you have helped yourself to heal the parts that need healing. So, what is your goal? I think it's important for us to recognize where we're stuck within our journey. Uh-huh. Okay. So, homecoming, needing to come back home to yourself. Um there's also this potential that this is about someone's perception of you, right? They want to come home to you, but they don't know how to do so. Maybe they're stuck in their process. This might be an old friend. I have very specific beliefs on exes. Um, I'm not friends with any exes. I don't have many exes, but I'm not friends with any of them. Why? Well, because you're an ex for a reason. What do I need you in my life for? I mean, that's kind of just my perception. You're an ex for a reason. I mean, there's billions of people in this world, there's other people that can be my friend. The history that we have, like, what are you here for? What are you here for? I don't know. Maybe there are people who are still friends with their exes and it's strictly platonic. It's not messy. Actually, my sibling, he stays friends with his exes, and I'm just like, why do you still talk to that girl? I mean, I'm not jealous. I'm just like, that was toxic. They better not be putting more toxicity on you, right? I'm super protective of my sibling. So I don't know. Maybe it can work, but my perception is based on my life. And so for me personally, I mean, what do you need an ex for? Was that like your best friend before you broke up? And I mean, I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around it. I guess, well, maybe I should just shut up. Because I'm over here thinking now, like, if I were ever to not be married to my husband, I would love to stay best friends because he is my bestest friend. And I would love to stay best friends, but we have quite a few children together. But my desire to be best friends with him would not stem from the fact that we have children together. He's just an amazing person. I don't know. I'll shut up now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't talk on things I don't know about. I don't know about that. So, someone's wanting to come back to you. Maybe an ex, maybe a friend. I don't know. Someone is. They want to. They're stuck. They're stuck on thoughts of you and regrets, whatever that is. They're worried that they're going to infringe on boundaries that you've set for yourself. This is not a toxic person. God, yo, can you just tell me who this is for you? Because this like constant, this is not a toxic person. This is not a toxic person. Like, who the hell is you? Could just come forward already. This is someone who's trying so hard to respect your boundaries. They're really worried and they're trying so hard to hide this. Ooh, they're trying to hide their energy from you at this point. Um, they're worried that you are catching wind of their feelings. Come on now. Crosswatcher. If you're cross watching, you're probably cross watching because there's something about me that reminds you of your person. Stop. I'm not saying stop watching. I'm saying if they remind you of me, if I remind you of them, they're psychic as fuck. They know you're not going to hide this. You're not going to hide this. There's no way you're going to hide this. They know. They know. They know. They know. They know. They know the best way forward is to just, step forward. Seriously. They know. You make me want to pee. You make me want to empty my bladder. This is just stop. Just go forward already. My gosh. They know you're not going to hide this. Conceal and cloak. Let me just That's cute. You're not going to hide this though. Seriously. You're not going to hide this. There's no way. They're aware. They're very, very aware of your feelings, your emotions. I would even go so far as to bet every time you think of them, they can feel it. They know. So just stop being silly. Say something, do something, reach out. Reach out to your person. Reach out to your person. Just reach out to your person. Okay, stop. That's my demonic voice because it's demonic for me to try and force you to reach out. I don't know. Do what you want to do, but they know. They know. You're not hiding it. You're just making things harder for yourself because now you're like, oh shit, they know. Oh, they've been knowing. They've been knowing and they're just like, okay, well, whatever. If they want to reach out, they can, but they haven't. So whatever. So yeah. Um, Crosswatcher, do you want to hear something like seriously profound? I'm gonna tell you. You ready? You're the only one tripping in this equation. I'm serious. You're the only one tripping in that equation. The other person's not tripping. It's not that um it's not that they don't feel any connection with you, it's that you're tripping. Cuz you are. You're tripping. They're not tripping. I mean, I don't know that they're like sitting waiting for you to message. I think they're just like, whatever, it is what it is. Like if an old friend, an ex, whoever wants to reach out, that's fine. But they're not like, when are they going to message? Like, no, you're tripping. So stop tripping. Have a seat, take a deep breath, eat a snack, drink some juice, maybe take a nap, and then wake up and step forward. But staying stuck in that space is just like, I don't know. I don't know. This is not going to help you none. Because that feeling's not going to go away. You're just making things a lot worse for yourself by continuing in the way that you are, you know? So I don't make a decision, stick with it. Imagination. So someone's really convincing themselves that they're imagining something. That's something that they think they're imagining. It's a secret. Look, concealment, secret, imagination, crosswatcher, you're like, is she serious? Does this apply to me? Who the fuck do you think I'm talking to? Who am I talking to if not to you? I would like to move forward with this reading. So if you could just receive your message, so that way the rest of the cards that are still face down can address everyone else outside of just a cross watcher. Thanks. I would love that. You're not going to keep this secret. You haven't been keeping it secret. This is a cycle you consistently put yourself into. Stop fucking tripping. It's unattractive when someone keeps tripping. I'm saying. I speak for all peoples right now. I am. I'm speaking for everyone. It's unattractive if you keep tripping. You know, just, I don't know. Like the whole back and forth thing. Like, who are you, Aliyah? Singing back, forth, and forth. You can't just keep going back and forth, back and forth. You know what? You just email me, tell me who it is. I will reach out for you. I know I won't. My husband will be like, "What did I tell you?" He'll be like, "What did I tell you about doing that?" I don't remember what you told me, but you did tell me something several times already. I don't know what it is. Seriously, just reach the F out. What are you tripping off of? Just reach out. Who cares? Reach out. So, Alchemist, this is going to turn out in a way that you're probably not expecting. Because I think part of the reason for the crosswatcher not being able to chill, it's okay. I'm not even judging you because I have no chill too. For real. I have no chill. I don't know what chill is. I don't know what chill is, but I don't be tripping like that. So here's the thing. From one no chill person to another no chill person, like you're tripping for nothing because you're here stuck in this space of consideration and imagination. You're imagining all the worst case scenarios. And the reality is, like, the only one rejecting you is yourself. You didn't even give the other person the chance to make a decision of whether or not they want to interact with you. You got no chill. I see it because I got no chill too. It's okay. It's okay. I've come to terms with that. I have no chill. My husband has told me multiple times that I have no chill. And I'm like, we know this already. Because we do. I have no chill. I don't need chill. I don't. People love my intensity. As I could tell myself, people love my intensity. What? You like it too. So, intensification in reverse. Um, I don't know, your intensity needs to kind of just be mellowed out a little bit. It's fine to be intense if your intensity is what's going to propel you forward. If your intensity is what's used to keep you stuck in the same space, we're going to have to not be so intense. At the very least, you have to use your intensity for something that will help to move you forward. If your intensity is going to keep you stuck in the same space, like fucking take a nap. I'm saying naps are delicious. If you take a nap, it resets everything. You know what you should do? Liver detox. You're angry. I'm serious. You need to do a liver detox. All of that emotion gets stored in the body. All of the memories and the emotions that stem from those memories, they're stored in the body. And I sense that someone's angry, frustrated. Wait, wait. What organ is associated with frustration? Is it like the kidneys? Oh, it's the liver. Maybe I'm just angry and you're just frustrated. Who knows? Who knows? So, okay. Hmm. Ah, spleen and stomach. The stomach. Okay. You're gonna give yourself a fucking ulcer if you keep worrying and being nervous like this. No joke. No joke. You got to lay off the coffee. You got to stop being so nervous. Like, really grab life by the balls. Put it in a knapsack and carry it on your back. Keep going, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So, liver and gallbladder, anger, frustration. Yeah, so you're fucking up all your organs. I'm serious. Worry, nervousness, anger, frustration has to do with the spleen, the stomach, the liver, and the gallbladder. I would not be surprised if you're not eating healthy. You're emotional eating at this point because you have no chill. How about this? Eat a really healthy meal, like a good meal, right? And do like a liver detox or something. You know what this is? I'm not so angry anymore because I've been detoxing my liver for like 3 months. I'm just saying, like I assume the murkiness of this water will cleanse my emotions. I don't feel so angry lately because I've been detoxing my liver. I've been giving my liver the support it needs to process the emotions that are stored within it. So, when you allow yourself to do that, you begin to release, you'll go through a detox period, energetic, emotional, and physiological detox. And then what ends up happening is you get stabilized within yourself, within your energetic field. And then you can begin actually addressing these emotions that are way off base. Like you are not, like, these are not my words at this point. These are Marlene's words. That's my eyes rolling. You are not as undesirable as you assume. I don't know who she's talking to, but whoever it is, you are not as undesirable as you assume. This can apply to work circumstance. Maybe you need to take your professional cojones, put them in a knapsack, wear them on your back, and trek forward in your company. This can apply to friendships, relationships, business opportunities. Um, it can apply to anything, really, really. So, uh, see, because you're upside down in within yourself, I'm assuming this is still for the crosswatcher. You know what? This is like a private session at this point. Crosswatchers, please email me so I can send you an invoice. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck, yo? This is like a full-on private session. Okay, so you're upside down in your life, in your perception, and it's causing you to see the feminine that you're obsessed with. It's causing you to see the feminine that you're obsessed with in an upside down manner as well. No, she's right side up. You're the only one upside down. So get off the freaking inversion table. It's like you're in an inversion table, where your ankles are strapped and then you go upside down. I mean, maybe you need more oxygen to your brain or something. Who knows? Who knows? You're in a cycle of just the first thought that comes to mind is self-loathing. Like, stop it. Stop it. Seriously. As someone who spent many, many years loathing myself, just fucking stop it. I needed someone to tell me that. Well, I had my husband telling me that, but I just didn't listen. Stop it. For real. Stop with the self-loathing. You're the only one that doesn't like yourself. I'm serious. You're the only one that doesn't like yourself. So stop. Stop. Your insecurities are based on just fictional shit that you've made up in your head. Stop. Yeah, trust me, I do that all the time. I do that all the time. I make up these stories about myself in my head to justify this insecurity that people won't like me. But in reality, I'm an ambivert, primarily introvert. So I really don't give a fuck if people like me or not. So then it like negates the whole insecurity, which I don't know why I still have that insecurity. But oh yes, Marlene says because she says, well, because you don't want to address it. Well, I'm damn good at compartmentalization. So, as she says, but does that still cripple you? Sometimes, sometimes. And then I get over it. She says, do you get over it or do you just shove it more in the boxes? Girl, don't be going through those boxes. You don't know what you're going to find in there. I'm telling you, go ahead. You want to traumatize yourself, go through all my boxes. Who cares? Okay. So, this springtime, which I think we're entering into spring. Yes? I don't know. I don't go by Gregorian shit. So, spring, incubation. Yeah, you're not going to be allowed to incubate any further. Ooh. So, what's going to happen is this, okay? Crosswatcher, you're not going to like this. You're going to get a lot of anxiety. I don't care. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. So, you're going to be crossing paths with whoever it is that you're so fixated on. Whatever it is, whoever it is, you're going to be crossing paths with them because you're a manifester. You're so fucking obsessed with this whole topic that you are the one manifesting this. You want to be mad? Be even more mad at yourself. You're already mad at yourself. Be even more mad at yourself. Don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. Or you can be mad at me. I don't care. I don't. I'm not being intentionally hurtful, harmful. So I'm just telling you the things you don't want to hear. I don't know. Maybe if you got the corn out your ears and started listening to soul, you won't have to hear it from me. I'm serious. Clean your ears out so soul can talk to you directly. Because if soul talks to you directly, you won't feel so like called out. Oh. My bad. Sorry, village baby. You know I love you. You know I love you. You know I call you out all the time. So invocation, you're not realizing that you're the one that's invoking this whole process. It's all on you. It's been on you this whole time. It's been on you this whole time. This is part of your process. You're fighting your process. And so now soul is involving other people. It's been on you. Mhm. You. You're not taking in the messages from soul. You are not being fully present in the things you're experiencing as a human being. You continue to try and put yourself in timeout when in actuality, you're not supposed to be in timeout anymore. You don't want to liberate yourself from this self imposed prison. I mean, at some point it needs to stop. Okay, crosswatcher, your personal reading is done. I am dedicating the rest of the cards to my folks. I'm saying, yeah, I'm done. Um, if you didn't listen to what I've said in the past 36 minutes, you're not going to listen to the rest. So I just kind of want to be realistic about how I spend my time. Love you. Okay, here goes. All right. Well, these cards suck. I believe like these are all for the. I'm reshuffling. No, Miss Marlene, I am reshuffling. No, because I need to reshuffle because I want to read for the general population. I don't want to read for just one person. I don't want to read for just one mindset. I want to read for everybody. Everybody. Okay. All right. There. Starting over now. Here we go. Bitch, it's the same cards. You know, okay. All right. All right. All right. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Okay. So there's a loss of sacredness for this journey. I'm assuming because I've got to pee. I forgot to pee after I got home from the gym, and I have a lot of fluids. To the person who's saying, you just said you had to pee and you're drinking more. Yes. Yes, I am. That's how I function. I told you I have no chill. Okay. Oh, can you guys let me go potty real quick? Is that okay? I'll go ahead and maybe I could play a video for you. I'll play some music. Yes. Yes. Okay. Here. I will play some music. I will turn off the screen. I can't hold it no more. I have about this much water in me, you guys. I cannot. I cannot. Poor management of my no, it's not poor management of my time. I'm easily distracted, is what it is. I got distracted by stuff. All right, so I'm gonna play this song. It's called I'm Okay, You're Okay. Here we go. Maybe I'll have chill after I play this. There. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt, the relief. Allow yourself to feel the relief. Okay. That was good. Okay, back to business. I did not wash my hands. I did not touch anything either. Why you ask me that? Now I'm going to be all self-conscious. I rushed. I rushed. Okay, so getting back on track. I think I can finally chill. I think I can finally chill. I'm feeling good now. So, patience. You need to have patience with your process. You need to allow yourself to get into this space of just letting things flow in the way they're meant to flow. Right? If you allow yourself to flow in the way it's meant to flow, what ends up happening is the things that need to happen will happen. This is weird. That's weird. Do y'all drink and stuff with a straw like this? It has like a straw inside? And that's fucking weird, yo. I'm not a fucking toddler. What is this shit? Oh, hold on. What the fuck was that? I'm not a toddler with a sippy cup. That's just weird. Do you guys drink like that? I don't know. Mm-mm. No. No. Nope. I don't like being infantilized. I didn't even have a binky as a kid. Are you kidding me? I would drink like a grown ass person. I want to drink like a grown ass person. What the fuck? That was weird. Anyways, back to being chill. Integrity. There's a lack of integrity, or it's almost this feeling of questionable integrity. No, you're just not seeing who you are. You're not allowing yourself to recognize you're not allowing yourself to recognize exactly the process that you're in, right? It's not that you lack integrity. I think this ties into that crosswatcher who's like, I don't want to violate boundaries by reaching out. So maybe the two of you have such a strong connection that that what's happening is you're questioning if it's your fault that they haven't yet reached out to you or reconnected with you. You both got to stop, right? You both got to stop. Doc said if you drink more than 4 ounces per hour, you're wasting it. It just runs through you. But you see, if you drink enough and allow it to run through you, you actually help the process of purging the toxicity from you if you're taking herbal remedies to go ahead and encourage the release of the toxins from their holding spaces. So, really, it depends on what your intention is, right? And the more important question is that an allopathic doctor or is that a naturopathic doctor? Because I have an inclination to believe strongly that allopathic doctors are full of shit. They're for trauma. They're trauma care specialists. They're not health care professionals. They don't care about health. They care about mitigating symptoms without finding the root causation of what is causing those symptoms. So, if you could kindly share what type of doctor told you this, I will better gauge how deeply to accept what you've shared as part of my truth. I will better consider it. Um, yes. So, celestial teacher, the two of you are teaching each other something. This is something that's being learned between two individuals in that space of absence. So you're in your space, they're in their space, and there's this convergence space that's the Pisces Vesica, that sacred yoni, right? Um, that space of needing to really explore what it is that you have been through, the way it's affected you, and the way you can move through it, right? So, hmm, hmm. This celestial teacher, I think you guys are definitely, you are both the student and the teacher. The two of you are teaching each other something. And it's like you guys are blind to it. You are very much blind to what is happening. It's something beautiful that's happening. I can tell you that much. It's something beautiful that's happening. If you can go ahead and give yourself a little more compassion, right? A little more grace as you go through this process, it becomes something super profound. You'll come to these realizations about the way you move through your environment. I think I think you don't quite grasp the way you move through your environment. I think part of you still very deeply believes that that you are the problem. But are you? It's almost also this feeling of like this erroneous assumption that you are the one that creates the problems because you can never do anything right. Someone told you that early in your childhood, maybe. I don't know. Someone told you that a while ago because it feels very embedded in your psyche. It feels like this is a belief structure that you have clung to explain away the ways in which other people blame you for um oh, because people don't get their way with you. So when people don't get their way with you, they trigger this rather than you recognizing and standing in the light of your own truth. Um, for some reason, you allow them to trigger this wound. It gets ripped open again. It starts to heal and then it gets ripped open again because now you're like, wait, was it me? Did I create this problem? Did I do something wrong? Is it a problem or is it a learning opportunity? And if you want to exist in a space of totality and be on a sacred journey, you have to exist as a totality, meaning there's no more of that dualistic nature. There's no more of that dualistic mindset, which then becomes a thing of the right and wrong. That's dualistic, right? I think a lot of this has to do with the way your perception was very skewed. It was very, very skewed, I think, by the environment you're in. So okay, here is here is some of the thoughts and the feelings that are coming through. There's a potentiality that one of the parents, one of the parental figures or um, guardians who helped to raise you is someone that is hypercritical, and that was projected onto you, either intentionally, where they constantly criticized you, and maybe their intention of criticizing you was to encourage more profound growth, their concept of more profound growth. Or this person didn't realize how empathic you are, and you took in a lot of their distortions. You helped to shoulder it. You felt very obligated to shoulder it. Hmm. And that caused you to really get this perception of you are the problem. That if you don't do enough, if you don't do it in the way that you think or feel it should be done, then it's just, this is a lot of like wounds that need to be cleared. Not because you're broken, not because you're not enough, so long as you have wounds, but because you deserve to experience life in a way that is different than the way you've been experiencing it, just for the sake of variety, right? Being able to have a varied experience. That's why you feel so stuck. You've been stuck in the same mindset. I even feel like I need to go so far as to say you're stuck in a mindset that's not even organically yours. This is a mindset that was adopted from someone else based on their traumas. Their traumas are not your own. You know that, right? Their traumas is theirs. You already did your part as a small child helping to shoulder these things. You don't have to keep doing it as an adult. And no, it's not you turning your back. It's you allowing them to own what is rightfully theirs. There's nothing loving about robbing someone of their opportunity to learn more about themselves. Now, part of the reason you feel bad about this realization is because you've been programmed to live in such an obligatory way. You are such a beautiful expression of compassion and truth. Like, and you've given it away to the people who could never do with it what you could for yourself. There's that saying, do not cast your pearls to the swine, or whatever the hell that saying is. This is deep. This is a very deeply seated wound. This is why you're seeking the other person out. They can see your wound and they can hold the space for you to clear it. There's nothing selfish about that. There's nothing selfish or disrespectful about having a need and understanding one person is capable of helping you. You're not placing it on their shoulders, you're asking for assistance. There's nothing dishonorable or disrespectful about that. I am a person who has a mindset that when someone needs help, if I'm capable of help, you will receive that help. This is deep. This is deep. This is very, very deep. The depth of this. How do you address it? You have to walk your truth. You have to walk your truth towards the very thing that can help you to better understand that truth. It's like you live several blocks away from the eye doctor. You've been having problems with your vision. There's no one who can give you a ride. There's no Uber, there's no nothing in that area. You need to get to the eye doctor in order to correct your vision, the way you see, so you can see life with clarity. So you're going to have to walk. You're going to have to fumble for a little bit as you walk the few blocks to get to the eye doctor's place. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's literally nothing to be ashamed of. Hmm. There's this sense that for some people, it's this thing of you're a private person and you don't want other people to have to deal with what you're dealing with. There's a difference between a private person and someone who's afraid to be seen. There's a huge difference. You have to learn the difference. You have to allow yourself to see the difference in what you are using as an intellectualized excuse and what is the reality of the situation you're in. I'm a private person. I'm actually very private. There's a lot of the details of my life that I don't share publicly, not because I'm ashamed or afraid, but because it's no one's business. It's for me. It's for me to know. It's for my family to experience with me, not other people. And it's okay. But at the same time, here I am being witnessed by others because I'm not afraid to be seen. There's a difference between being private and having a fear of people witnessing you in your process. And part of that fear stems from the fact that you're afraid that if people see the reality of who you are, they will validate this fear of yours that you are weak. It takes a strong person to allow people to witness them. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the very hard way. For a large portion of my life, I would never have ever dared to share much of what I share with you guys regarding my experiences, my perceptions, my thoughts, opinions. I would have never shared that because I don't know how you'll take it. Came from a place of me feeling weak, me feeling like if people knew how I thought, the differences that exist inside me, that not only would they reject me, they also would confirm my worst fear, that I'm not worth it. That's the very reason many of us overgive. That's the very reason many of us are put in a position where we think that if we explain enough, over explaining is a trauma response, right? When you try and over explain things, that's usually because there were some traumatic things that happened and you were probably often accused of lying and whatnot, even though you weren't a liar. A lot of gaslighting, a lot of just very ugly experiences. You're not that child anymore. You're not a child anymore. You're positioned in your life by your soul to begin addressing the things that need you. So address them. And if you don't have the courage to do it alone, find the courage to reach out to the person who has the capacity, the willingness to assist you through this. You don't have to do it alone. You choose to. The sooner you can recognize how much your pain and your suffering stems from your decisions to not allow the people who have the capacity and the willingness to assist you through such a difficult process. you know I get it, though. I have a hard time asking for help too. I get it, but do you understand that's why I say these things? Because I needed someone to say these things to me for so long, to help me get myself out of that space of being stuck in the pain of being in pain and hiding it oh so well. It's crazy what we allow ourselves to do to ourselves because we would never do that to someone else. We would have never dreamt of asking anyone else to go through that. I mean, just like, just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Galactic heritage. You come from this space of existence where you have the capacity to address anything and everything with ease, with grace. You've just forgotten that that's the lineage you come from. You've forgotten so much about yourself. Pain has a way of causing us to forget the truth of how powerful we are. Yeah. And then life has this way of tapping into the pain and working synergistically with that pain to give you the opportunity to remind yourself exactly the very thing that you've forgotten because of the pain. It's a beautiful balance that's kept. If only you would get out of your own way. If only you would allow yourself to see that seesaw that you're on that keeps making you go teeter totter. That's you. That's you sitting on yourself. You can get off that ride whenever you want. You can get off that ride whenever you want. That's you existing in a dualistic nature where one extreme aspect of you is on one side of the seesaw and another extreme fractal of you is existing on the other side of that seesaw. And as you try and balance, you're kicking up, the other one gets dropped down, and then that kicks up, and this gets. Yeah, how about you just relax? If they're both you because you're existing in a dualistic nature, you know what happens when you stop kicking? When you stop trying so hard to overcompensate, they balance out because they're both you. And all you have to do is put your feet down, and both of you, both aspects of you, can stand up and get off the seesaw safely. It has to do with you. It's not about blaming you, it's about recognizing how powerful you are. And a lot of this struggle comes from the distortions that are created when you continue to cling to the dualistic nature that you've known for most of your life. Do you know how powerful it is to step into your totality? When you step into your totality, the fear becomes your fuel. I had someone dear to me ask me recently uh, what I feel insecure about, what I feel unsure of, what I'm not certain of, right? I answered immediately everything. Literally everything. I'm unsure of everything. Does that mean I'm an insecure person? No, it means I'm honest with myself. I've never been more secure in who I am than I am right now. You know how I know I'm very secure in myself? Not confident, just secure. Um, because I can be honest with myself about where I'm at. I can be honest with myself about not knowing where I am and also knowing I'm still powerful even in that process of uncertainty. So I'm unsure about everything. But being unsure doesn't mean I'm stoppable because I'm very much unstoppable. Because regardless of how afraid I am, I will do it if I feel inclined to. And if I feel inclined to, you're not going to stop me from doing it. Not even my fear can slow me down. No. When you begin to exist in your totality, your fear is no longer a roadblock. Uh-uh. Your fear becomes the trees that have fallen in your forest, the felled trees in your wilderness that now will serve as the fuel for your rise. And when you're done with this need to burn trees, to rise, you can then begin considering using trees to build bridges to the people you need in your life. It's not all or nothing. Sometimes the reason you need to rise is because you've dug such a deep hole that you can't climb out of it. At least your perception is you can't climb out of it. So, yes, by all means, use that fuel to rise. Use that fuel to rise. Or stand up, because the hole really is not that deep. It just seems deep because you're squatted down or laying in a fetal position. And you're so accustomed to playing small, you fail to realize how big of a deal you actually are. Life has a way of giving you the opportunity to recognize the fallacy that you've believed in. I have another friend who we were chatting the other day, and they were talking about how something about when they first began interacting with me, they saw me as such a big deal, and they told their sibling, like, oh my gosh, I mean, such a big deal. I don't know what they told her, something like that. And I was like, I am not a big deal. Um, I don't think I am. And they were telling me, like, but you don't get to tell me in what way I have to see you. You don't get to decide that. Right? Because I don't get to decide that. And Michael says, he's calling me out. I paraphrase because she didn't say that I was a big deal. Michael says to me, tell the truth. That's not paraphrasing. You are diminishing yourself in such a way that's so covert, they don't know. um, the person that I'm talking about, they didn't say that they saw me as a big deal. They said that I was a celebrity, and I don't feel like I ever will be. I don't want to be, and I don't feel like I am. And they were talking about how I don't get to tell them how to see me, which is true. You don't get to tell someone how to see you. They see you as you are, based on the filters they use to see the world. So, I mean, are you stuck, or are you just choosing to see it as such? Because other people are witnessing the greatness that you are in real time. Not because you told them some story about this or about that. They're witnessing the greatness that you are in real time with every breath you take, everything you say, every action. Even in your stillness, they see you as you are in real time. So, what are you going to do about this? Are you going to continue to allow yourself to be stuck, or are you going to allow yourself to receive? Receive what? The things that you cannot heal through by yourself. Arcturian activation in reverse. Arcturians are master healers. They help you to heal. That is what they're known for. It is a galactic species specialized in healing. So, those are my people. My last filtering before entering into this realm was Arcturus. There's nothing you cannot heal through. Truly. There is nothing that you cannot heal through if you allow yourself to. When you cling to these beliefs that you're incapable of what? You're designed to self-heal. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I mean, I'm not a healer like you. Listen to me. If you were to have a laceration on your left forearm, you had an accident and you have a 4th degree laceration, that's deep. That's deep. Provided that you keep the wound clean and don't let it fester, don't disturb it too much, give it the proper support that it needs, it will heal on its own. It will heal. It just needs a little assistance. You're programmed to heal, self-heal. Really wrap your mind around this. So one of my kids fell off their bicycle. Um, they got like second-degree road rash. It was bad. It was bad. I was worried. I was fighting with myself about taking them to the ER. Like, I feel very insecure about this. I feel very uncertain. Um, I mean, this is my child, you know? I don't know if I'm enough to help him heal this. And so what did I do? I took a few minutes to rack my brain about what's needed. We need sterile saline to cleanse the wound. We need quite a few bandages. We need manuka honey. We need manuka honey impregnated uh, gauze. We need to figure out a way to keep it covered, keep it clean. We need enough to be able to continue to change the dressings because I know the healing process is a lot of plasma that's going to be produced. The body's going to try and heal itself. And so I did what I knew I could do, giving myself the time 24 hours, you know, 24 hours. Let me see what happens in 24 hours. If anything gets worse in the next couple hours, we're going to the ER. I don't give a fuck what time it is. And I kept telling myself that every single bandage change. Manuka honey keeps the wound moist enough and germ free enough for the body to accept it as like a scab. It's like a false scab, synthetic scab. And the wound begins to heal itself. And every dressing change, the pain lessened and lessened and lessened. And I checked for signs of infection. I checked for, too much discomfort, any sign that I knew I could not handle at home. I'm not going to let my child suffer. But if I can do what the ER will do, and I know the process that ER will go through, I will keep him comfortable at home and see what happens. The level of accelerated healing, because I gave the body the appropriate support that it needed to heal itself. I mean, wow. And I told my child, like, I was really worried. I was ready to take you to the ER. Every bandage change, I was like, fuck, should I take him to the ER? Should I take him to the ER? I didn't need to. It healed beautifully. Beautifully. And I began teaching him how to sedate the nerve endings. And he's young. He's not very old. My child is young. That was life giving him the opportunity to experience elevations in trauma induced accretion. My God, his capability of scanning at this point, that was less than a year ago. And he can scan to the degree that's very comparable to me doing my work. I'm like, that's badass shit, son. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so proud of him. So proud of him. That wasn't the intention. That was not my intention when I was teaching him how to mitigate his pain. He cannot take pain meds. I was teaching him how to self heal, how to empower himself through a process he has to go through. I cannot save him from that. I cannot rob him of that. And because I couldn't take that away from him, I had no option as a loving mother. I had no other option but to teach him how to be powerful as fuck because of it. And so we were playing the other day. I told him to check my head. I closed my third eye. He's like, it's black, Mom. And I was like, yeah, I know. I didn't tell him what I was doing. I just told him, check my head. And I said, okay, check it again. I opened it halfway. He goes, it's half black and half white. And I was like, okay, check it again. I opened my third eye, full dilation. He goes, it's just, all I see is white. Right? That's what he said. And I was like, I open and close it at will. Yes, that's cool. I said, you could see it. I like to think that life is a type of mother that I am. If I cannot prevent the pain, I will make you as powerful as I possibly can as you experience it. I know I cannot, and I should not keep my children from experiencing the very things that give them the opportunity to become empowered, so powerful within their own life. Let yourself become empowered by the things you have no option but to experience. I didn't have an Emmy in my life. Going through the things that I went through, the type of pain that I've experienced, physical, emotional, mental, energetic, I didn't have an Emmy in my life. And I like to think I turned out fine because I still love people. I still want to help. I still have a genuine compassion and concern, even for strangers. So, yeah, I didn't have anyone, but that doesn't mean I feel like you shouldn't have anyone. That means because I know how it feels to not have anyone, I will go out of my way to make sure that you feel like you have at least me in your corner. Do that for yourself. You'll get very, very powerful very, very quickly. You'll become so sure of your capacity to get through any circumstance in your life that you'll become unstoppable. And those moments where you feel stuck, you'll no longer see it as being stuck. You'll see it as, you know what, I'm just taking a breather right now. I'm just pausing for a little bit, catching my breath, and I'm going to keep trucking because you know you can. This is about you knowing yourself more. This is about you recognizing that even in past lives, you've been through these cycles and you turned out perfectly fine. You got through it. This is about you recognizing whether you're the crosswatcher or the empath, it doesn't matter. That both of you play a very significant role in each other's lives. This is about recognizing this is a cycle that extends to a life before this one. Finishing off the lessons you didn't get a chance to complete in your previous incarnations. And now you are being gifted the opportunity to come together once again as friends, as romantic partners. I don't know, as foes, even. You have no idea. You have no idea the true intention of soul. You have to live through it to understand it. Michael says, say it again. You have to live through it to understand it. And until you live through it and then choose to view it in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020, right? You will not understand the gravity of what your soul offers you in regards to learning through hands-on experience. Could you imagine if neurosurgeons become neurosurgeons strictly by reading a book? That's no bueno. No bueno, no bueno, muy mal. One of my brothers works in an operating room, and he shared with me quite a few times. Ooh, that's powerful. he shared with me quite a few times how it is not uncommon for the surgeon to really not have any idea what to do. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. Where the surgeon will ask the team, the OR techs, the RNs, will ask the team what to do next. Are you fucking kidding me? But when you ask enough and you're surrounded by an amazing team that supports you in your growth, eventually you build enough experience to become a phenomenal surgeon. Phenomenal surgeon. So that's the process that you're in. So here, I got a notification. It says, you're in charge. We're just here to help keep running with the right. Yeah. Like, damn. You're in charge. You're in charge. You're in charge of your journey. You are in charge of yourself. You're in charge of how you will experience this, the gravity of your learning, because you can be immersed in a fucking phenomenal classroom with a phenomenal teacher. But if you're going to half ass it, you're only going to half ass learn. When you fully immerse yourself into learning, so I run an academy. I teach quantum chelantic sciences, and I run a certification program of people who are interested in learning how to work energy to the degree that I do. So one of my students, if you go back to the most recent expedites, I believe it was from the 22nd. Oh, I'm going to do expedites later today too. I'll make the link available. But my student, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. Oh my gosh. She was one of the students, and I hope she doesn't mind me talking about her and bragging. I will always brag about my students, so get over it if you don't like it. But she was one of the students who she really felt like she doesn't know anything about energy. She's never taken a class before. This is her first time. All these reasons as to why she's preparing herself to fail. That's how I saw it. And I'm like, nope, not co-signing that. I am not co-signing that at all. At all. Right. And so that cycle just ended. It just ended. I want to say like a month ago, if that, a month ago. So she's certified. She's successfully certified. Yay! Super proud of her for that. Even more proud of the fact that she's currently working with her client, and she is in the process of clearing cancer. Mm-hmm. Not joking. Not exaggerating. In fact, I'm downplaying it. Yeah. She's clearing cancer. I am eagerly awaiting the results of the biopsy if they care to share. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell me how profound. She immersed herself in the learning. She put so much effort into overcoming her own fears. She's going to clear all of that cancer. And I know she won't stop until she does. I do more than teach quantum chelantic sciences. I teach you how to overcome your fear of how great you are, how profound your existence is. I used to think I was afraid of failure. I know what to do if I fail. I get back up and do it again. It took me most of my life to realize, understand, and accept I was never afraid of failure. I was afraid of succeeding. I was afraid that if I allow myself to succeed and people witness that success, that bad things would happen. That people would know how different I am, how I'm not normal, or they would expect more from me, more than what I'm capable of. Even to the point of using tarot cards and oracle cards. Did you know I've been publicly visible for a few years? And it was only until I was forced onto YouTube because some fucking bullshit drama that I didn't want to deal with. I was forced onto YouTube, and I used tarot cards as a crutch because I was having so much social anxiety about being seen by a group of strangers that I don't know who's watching me. I was comfortable on Facebook. I built a community there. Very comfortable on Facebook. YouTube, I don't know who the fuck's on YouTube. So I use tarot cards to focus my intuition on what soul wants me to say. It gave me the opportunity to have a buffer so that I can lessen my social anxiety about speaking to complete strangers. When I say I'm not a tarot card reader, I'm not joking. I'm not a tarot card reader. I mean, I can. And I had people in the past like, that's not what that card means. Bitch, I'm not memorizing no fucking cards. Please. I'm not going to fucking memorize what the book says and pretend. No, no. You see the next card? Parasitic. I read the cards based on what it makes me feel, what thoughts come in my head. There's something that's trying to rob you of your growth. The tentacled is a species of parasitic beings. It's trying to rob you of your growth. It's trying very, very hard to rob you of this golden egg, this potentiality that will forever change your life. It comes to you and recognizes the beauty of your flowers, is that deep inside you is a sweet nectar that is your essence. You see that proboscis? That straw? It's trying to drink of you and your essence. You gonna allow it? There's no book that could possibly tell me how to see things better than my own intuition. No. There's nothing I need to memorize. You know, for my academy, it's a very innovative program. It's a very challenging program because guess what? If you think you're going to pass the test by simply memorizing facts, yeah. Anyone who's taken my my quizzes and final exam, can you please explain how you need to master the concept in order to pass the test? Because guess what? My questions are not true or false. They're not multiple choice. You need to write out in your own words. If your client is experiencing flank pain and you've detected a uh, parasitic being in their space, what are the potential pathways that are affected by the entry of this parasitic being? What techniques would you use and why? Which techniques will you not use and why? Go ahead. Let me know. Oh, my students be like, what the fuck? You got it. You got it. Everyone that has gone all the way through to the final exam, despite how challenging my course is, has successfully certified the first time around. I'm fucking proud of my students. I challenged them to tap into intelligence and capability they did not believe was there. And guess what? Every single last one of them who goes all the way to the final exam. And let me tell you, I'm not just going to pass you because I'm vouching for your ass. I'm not just going to pass you. I promise you that. You earn that. You have to fucking earn that shit. And my expectations of my students is ridiculous. And guess what? They all exceed my expectation. I'm just so proud of all of them. Beyond proud. For many of them, they felt stuck in the space they existed in. Not only did they get out of that space of limited belief in self, they took it all the way. They took it all the way to the point where I'm like, oh my God, holy shit. Oh my God. And I am hard on people. My expectations are ridiculous because I want you to succeed to the potential that I know exists inside you, not to the limitation you think you can reach. Take it all the way, and you don't stop until you get there. And let me tell you, they go beyond all the way. All of my students who have successfully certified are so capable of being the most profound healer you will ever come across. You don't have to be stuck. Most of my students don't have any experience in energy work or anything like that. Most do not. You don't need it. All you need is to believe in me more than you believe in your insecurities. And I will take you all the way. And maybe that's why this person seeks you out, because you serve the same role that I serve for my students. This girl. She says only one professor in K33CP, and she's thorough and can see what's going on energetically, so it's not like you can cheat. It's true. Here's something I do want to say. None of my students have ever tried to cheat. Not only do I teach them a lot about the system, there's also a very heavy emphasis on the cultivation of integrity of the highest degree. There's very heavy emphasis on integrity. Not because you're afraid I'll catch you, but because you can feel how much I believe in you and you don't want to disappoint me. It's a very beautiful space to exist in. And I think, it's very similar to the space that you can create for someone else, whoever this person is that's cross-watching for you. Whoever this person is that's trying so hard to seek you out, this is what you do for them. This is a space that you hold for them, right? So, this is not someone that's toxic or codependent. This is someone who just needs to be in your presence in order to correct the distortions they have been living through. Like, this is something very, I feel so much compassion for whoever this is for you. They're struggling so hard. They're feeling so stuck. And it's this space that you hold that really helps them to heal. It really does. And it's not even, I don't sense that there's this like covert hidden agenda of like they just want their in. They want to weigh in so that way they can then change your mind and force you into a romantic something. I don't feel that. I feel a genuine need to be in your proximity to help themselves heal. So the separation that occurred that needs to be corrected. Part of the reason it needs to be corrected is because they're not able to be rejuvenated and clear distortions without your presence. So some might be like, but Emmy, isn't that a codependency? If it's a human based perception of they need you to heal, they can't do it without you, yeah, that's absolutely codependency. I don't think this is a human based thing at all. This feels like soul is activating some type of program, some type of predetermined um, process of progression, a predetermined process of progression. And you are the compass. You just serve as a way to give them direction, right? Ooh, ensuring that everyone stays connected. That's a notification I just got. Ensuring everyone stays connected. There's attempts, there's a lot of attempts to really get you all upside down in your perception of what this is, in your perception of what this connection is supposed to be for the both of you. You have to dispel the darkness, you have to dispel the bullshit. Take out the concept of romance being involved. For some, it will lead to romance. That's fine. If that's where it leads and you are both available and open to that type of connection, by all means, go for it. Bump uglies for all I care. But here's the thing, that's not going to be applicable or true for everyone, for every connection. It's just not. It's not. You're going to have to be okay with that. If you remove the concept or the expectation, rather, the expectation of something romantic because what you're afraid you don't want to have romance or because you want it so badly, like that's what creates the distortions to begin with. That's what makes you feel so stuck. That fear of being rejected in a romantic sense. Crosswatcher, if this person is your healer, why the hell are you scared they'll reject you? If this is a healer of the highest degree, yo, I'm saying that is one hell of a distorted insecurity. And it needs to be corrected. Like right now, it needs to be corrected. Have you guys heard of Dr. Sebi? He's a profound man. Um, he had such a profound understanding of certain concepts, and he knew how to apply his wealth of knowledge regarding natural things. He knew how to apply it in such a way that could really correct a lot of the diseases that people house within their bodies. And when I say he was a healer, I mean, at some point, I believe he was taken to court, um, because they didn't like that he was claiming he could heal some pretty pronounced conditions. They wanted to shut him up. And they, I believe, asked for 3 or 5 medically documented cases to prove the validity of his claims. The courtroom was filled with his patients. He had way more than the 3 or 5 that he was required. These are people who are cured of AIDS. cancer. These are people who were given up on by allopathic doctors, specialists in their field, gave up on these people. They had nothing left to lose and everything to gain when they connected with Dr. Sebi. You are like the Dr. Sebi for this broken-hearted person. I'm pretty sure he did not turn people away. I'm pretty certain that if he felt confident that he could help you, he would. I'm pretty sure of that. Wow. I need to. And yeah, do you remember the link for people to be part of the remote healing project we were doing? Does any of you remember the link? How to apply? Wow. I need to. To date, the 3 medical cases that I was involved in, medically documented cases. One involved the resolution of stroke symptoms, medically documented. Another involved the correction of mitochondrial damage, irreversible mitochondrial damage, medically documented. The third, medically documented the reversal of end-stage heart failure. I've been stuck in the work that I do because I've been afraid of gathering more evidence of the efficacy of the system that I created. This is blowing my mind. This is definitely blowing my mind. Sometimes the darkness that you have to dispel is the dark shadows that you try and hide your greatness in. It's not evil, it's not wicked, it's insecurity, it's lack of belief in self. Thank you, Anyaya. So, Ocean commented the link. If you have a medically documented condition, a pronounced medically documented condition that has not been resolved, there's no improvement in your symptoms, and you've been seeing a medical professional for a prolonged period, go check out that link and apply. I am now actively looking for people who I can work with personally. I can't make any guarantees because I don't believe in myself enough to yet. But the reputation of my work speaks for itself. It absolutely speaks for itself. I think I need to do this not to prove to other people how powerful Kokoro 33 is. I think I need to do this so I can finally let go of my insecurity. I think other people believe in me and my capabilities more than I'm capable of believing in myself at this moment. And being stuck in that space of limited belief is not where I belong. It's not where I belong. It's not where you belong. This is profound. Invoke the Oraphim, allowing yourself to call in the highest expressions of Rishik truth, the highest levels of protection and grace. Invoking the elders of the founder races, invoking your capacity to accept the gravity of you. That's very difficult work. Very worth it. Very, very, very worth it. For that link, for the submissions, the application to receive remote healing, not everyone who applies will be invited into the program. And you will need to be willing to provide me your medical records that document your condition, the diagnosis, symptomatic presentation, and you will need to still continue with your medical treatment and also provide medical documentation, medical diagnostic documentation that shows the reversal or resolution of the condition. I'm being invited by soul to places I'm afraid to occupy. There have been others like me in the past. They were not well received by humanity. Michael says they weren't as defiant, rebellious, and spicy as you. No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Yeah, no. Multiple times in the history of humanity, there have been emissaries from the Christic realms who have been allowed to incarnate and have taken the opportunity to do that type of work for others. They were not received well. I'm not from the Christic realm. I fucking fight back. Fuck that shit. I fight back. No, I don't fucking think so. Okay. I'm from the hood. We don't play that shit in the hood. I don't think so. You want to try to do some shit? I'm gonna fucking fight back. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna fucking fight back. I'm gonna fucking fight back. I ain't joking. I will fight back. I'm not playing. Michael's like, yes, you will. He is just so like level. Yes, she will. She will. She will fight back. I'm saying. I would though. I would. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Michael says, those who have been willing to see have seen enough to know that you're not a gimmick. And he says, those who have not previously had the capacity to see the gravity must now be shown an even more pronounced and profound capacity so that they too can see. I'm fucking telling you right now, Michael, I will not agree to be crucified. I will not agree to that. Continents will fall before I agree to any of that. And I mean that with my totality. I absolutely mean every word. Michael says to say out loud what I'm saying to him silently. My children will not be robbed of their mother because of their fear of the unknown. So when I say continents will fall before I allow myself to succumb, I have never been more honest in my life. Overcome. Overcome the fear that keeps you confined. Overcome the fear that keeps you from overcoming the challenge. Overcome your fear of the gravity of you being witnessed by others. Overcome it all. You have the authority to do so. Overcome it all. So I'll tell you guys this. In a few hours, about 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to go live again right here. I'm going to do expedites. To date, I've been performing expedites, and if you've ever been present in my expedites, they've been profound. They have. To date, the amount of channels I use for the energy work that I do on expedites has only been 2 channels. 2. I have the capacity to access 48. Maybe for today's expedites, rather than using only 2 channels, I don't know, 3 or 4. 3 or 4 is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of frequency. Maybe it's time for me to overcome being stuck in a space of thinking people can't handle seeing more. Maybe it's time. So let's try it and see. Regardless of what expedites are available for you guys to experience, because I'll be doing energy work on people personally. It's not going to be a group thing. It's going to be personal energy work on individuals, personal readings, personal scans. So today, if you'd like to witness, I'm willing to show a little bit more. I'm skittish. I'm skittish. I'm totally like, it's like, okay, a little more skin. A little more skin is what I could do right now. I can't take it all off, just a little bit more skin. Um, the world needs something different. The world needs something different so that we can all get out of that space of feeling stuck. I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Well, because Mindy asked, I'll take it off. I'm not even flexing. No. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys. So 3 hours from now, I'll see you. 4:45 p.m. with my husband. Ocean's like, Mindy, you about to make Frey stop the live stream? He's quite possibly the only man I'll listen to. Everyone else, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, no. 4:45 Pacific Standard Time. I'll be live again. As soon as this live stream is done, I'll create a new live stream placeholder, and that will have the link for you to purchase your expedites. I think it's going to be intense. I think you can handle it. I think I can handle it. I think we can handle it. Um, it's time. It's time. And that's kind of just that. It's kind of just that. So I will see you guys here again in 3 hours, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I shall see you guys. Bye, everyone.